The big news with the construction work is this is now right. So an amazing community project from all the neighbours and all the farmers here who have actually built now, all coming together to use this digger to build a road. It's still just a dirt track. It needs a lot of material, rocks and stuff adding, and lots of the banks firming up before it's usable because a lot of landslides are happening. But we've lowered 3 kilometers of road from the top, which is an hour height, to just on the other side of that river there, and that's everybody together chipping in, helping, and also paying for this digger, and now it's here. Now it's here, just over there. We decided to take advantage and we're going to do some earthworks around here. So we've been doing it all manually so far, but with this thing it's going to make life a whole lot easier. So going to be building some terraces just in here. The house, we're going to be moving what's already here to the other side to then make way for the bathrooms and the kitchen and whatever else is going to go in here. So yeah, it's really going to help us plan for the future, build a big terrace going around there and so much more. Here we are again, 2 months on, preparing another 2 tons of organic fertilizer. The first lot worked absolutely amazingly. So we have a really kind of depleted soil here. It's been cow field for so long. It's had no organic matter on it. ¿Cómo funcionó el primer abono que producimos hace 2 meses?
No, súper bien, los árboles están muy retenidos y con todo el abono que le echamos ya están súper grandes, hay algunos que están floreciendo. Igual con lo de la huerta casera, lo que tenemos, las papas. Las primeras solo le echamos gallinaza y ya las segundas desde que las sembramos con este abono le dimos otra segunda abonada y están mucho más grandes que las otras que solo fue con gallinaza.
So now we're making another load. You have to put less on the second time, each time less and less, and with the other plants that we're going to look at shortly that we planted around them, the idea is to create a self-sustaining organic ecosystem. So we need less and less fertilizer, less and less workforce, and yeah, more and more results. In terms of the other upgrades, the carpentry, which was here, because of all this earthwork that's going to be happening in this whole area, and much more, we needed it to be bigger and better built, is now moving just down here. So I've just spun the camera around 180 degrees and you'll see it now has a much more solid roof, much bigger space, going to be room for wood storage too, so that's going to really help us as well. With the next works, the bathrooms are going to be going in here, so huge amount of earth to clear with that digger, and the kitchen over there where that house already is. A bit of a bomb site at the minute, a lot to clear up, but that's what's going to be happening in the next few months. So with the permaculture, we're really expanding it now. What we did initially was just plant some of the trees. We've got a lemon tree here with just a little chicken manure and some calcium, which on this soil, on this cow field, didn't really take off. What we then did was make a load of fertilizer that we've already seen, but the crucial thing is we're also now planting organic matter. So this plátano here, this plantain, and these little shrubs here, they're coming through now. This is called vetiver. They're incredibly, the leaves of the plantain are incredibly nutritious. So as it grows, you can cut some of the leaves off and fertilize the other plant. The leaves of this vetiver as well are incredibly nutritious. It grows out very thick. You then cut them off and plant them, put the cuttings on top of on top of the other fruit trees and plants, and adds a load of organic matter to the soil, and these vetivers keep growing and growing and growing, so it's just a constant source of fertilizer. What they also do is help stabilize the soil. Their roots actually grow to up to 6 meters deep, so any soil erosion, there's a little bit behind, really helps bind that together. And as well, with those roots, it's also pulling all the nutrients that are still there deep down in the soil up to the surface. And with the plantain as well, obviously, not only does it help provide organic matter to the soil with the leaves, but it's also producing a lot of plantains, and there are some bananas as well, so it's a great mix of that. So every fruit tree now also has vetiver planted just below it, on a line going round, and a plantain next to it. The next step is, which we've already got in the works, we had a very kind donation to make this happen, is to plant a tree called Arbol Loco, crazy tree, next to the plantain, and it's a really fast growing tree that produces loads of leaves. And in a similar style to the plantain, you cut all the leaves off, you cut the branches off, put them at the base of the trees, and it keeps adding more and more organic matter to the soil. And those don't grow that big, and actually they end up dying off, and then their timber is really useful for fence posts and stuff like that. So it's trying to create a whole self-sustaining ecosystem now, not just constantly producing fertilizer to put them on, but every time less and less and less fertilizer, and more and more and more organic matter that's already growing in the area, and they all work in harmony with each other, because if the vetiver isn't cut and grows too big, it begins to compete with each other and die off as well. So it's just a completely circular, sustainable way of farming. Obviously you've got a little bit to go until these are, you know, big enough so they can really do that job, so we're still working a lot with the fertilizer, but little by little, that's the process. As always, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. It would really help us if you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on. It helps spread the word massively. And if you like the sound of the permaculture and environmental work we're doing and would like to further support, you can do so through the Patreon link or the one-off donation link in the description below. Thanks so much, and see you in the next episode.